Welcome back, golf fans. Chris here with Jagerbombs Fantasy Sports, all ready to go for the 2026 season. We are now 3 events in. This week we've got the WM Phoenix Open. Before we get into that, I wanted to do a little bit of a tutorial, maybe a little bit of a refresher for those that are already members, and for those who aren't members, maybe looking for some more information. I want to show you a little bit of our core features on our DFS cheat sheet and all that we have to offer. You can get the cheat sheet along with all of our sports. We're currently covering up 10 sports. We've got NHL, NBA going right now. MLB's coming back soon. NASCAR actually starts today as well. College basketball going strong. Tennis going strong. We've got UFC sheets are up, and the Super Bowl's this weekend as well. So a lot going on in the Discord. So if you'd like to get access to that right now, we've got a special feature where for $5 for the first month, you get access to all of our sports information. That's all the cheat sheets, all the channels in Discord, all of our coaches, everything for $5 for the first month. That's a $25 value. To get that, head over to patreon.com/Jagerbombs and use promo code JB5. I believe that goes on for about another month or so. So take advantage of that right now and get in and hit us up if you have any questions about that. Without further ado, though, let's get into this week's sheet, the WM Phoenix Open. I'm not going to preview the tournament as much as I'm going to go over some of the features in the sheet. And again, if you want to get all of our plays, cores, rankings, pick six plays, prize picks, top bets on both the outright and secondary markets, make sure to get into our Discord, grab that $5 package. So on the main tab of the cheat sheet here, you're going to see player information, what tour they're mainly coming from. We use Data Golf World Rankings right now. We've also got odds for Open. After this video, I will be doing an updated odds. During the event, we also have live odds through rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4 as well. And then you look over, you've got showdown pricing for round 1 showing on the main tab here. And this sheet does change after round 1 is over. You're going to start seeing live statistics show up. Look a lot like this in this section here, current tournament stats. We've got showdown pricing for all 4 rounds. We've got showdown ownership. We've got the current tournament stats, which include place to par, round 1 scores, birdies or better, which is something that we target on pick 6. So that's why I've added that to the cheat sheet this year. And then we've got some stats like driving distance, accuracy, greens and regulation, and then your strokes gained stats for any shot link course that is available. One other thing I've added this year is the pick 6 projections. I'll update that every round, 1, 2, 3, and 4, so you can see what those projections are. Also coming very soon is the prize picks projections, going to be right alongside that. It's going to be a section just for prop betting. So those will be displayed on the sheet. You'll be able to use the current live tournament stats to help you with those on a daily basis. Then we move into course history, last 10 years, average finish for the last 5 and last 10. We've got current form for each player's last 1, 2, all the way up to 10 tournaments. And then we dive into the stats sections. This would be the raw stats section. All of the headings here are all the stats that we use in our cheat sheet. And then we get into the orange section, which is our models. That's where I assign weights. If you'd like to assign your own weights, what you do is you go up to the top, you go to File, create your own copy of the sheet. And then what you can do from there is you can go and change all of these, as well as over on the far right-hand side here, the overall ranking stat model, which includes stats, history, odds, DK value, average finish last 5 and 10. And then as we get into showdown for the week, I'm going to change this a little bit easier to see. You can also adjust that model for live in-tournament stats, tee to green, ball striking off the tee approach, around the green, and putting. There's also going to be some more stats added to that model as well as we move forward and keep adding more and more features. So that's our main tab. It also spits out, this is the stats ranking, and then again, the overall puts all of that data together. You weight it again, and then it gives you an overall ranking based on the inputs that you put in there. Got a tab for the course, just kind of shows the scorecard, par 3, 4, and 5 breakdown, give you a little bit of information each week on the course. Course history, so it would be like the past 10 years, all the leaderboards that are on there. Current form, this one can be very useful. It gives you obviously the pricing for the player, the odds, and then it looks at you can actually check out the form by tournament, and you can keep scrolling over and you can see the names of the tournament and how they finish in each of those tournaments, not just linear fashion like on the main tab. And then it also shows cuts made percentage throughout the year as well. It'll track that right now. I've got the 2025 season on there as well to compare to the 2026 season. We've got the DK and FanDuel Builder. So you can come in here if you'd like to build some teams using your exposure and kind of see where you're at. Like you can throw copy paste is the way we are doing this. We throw Scotty Scheffler in there, and then let's just say Cootie. It's going to tell you your remaining salary. It's going to show you your exposure in all of your lineups. So right now that exposure is for 5 lineups. So right now 1 out of 5, obviously 20%. So if you want to do that more, all you have to do is come over here and change, how many lineups you are building. But we've got it set up for 5 as of right now. Just a quick way to help build lineups. The same for FanDuel. The big one that I added this year was the playbook. So on the playbook, I rank each week the top tier, mid tier, and value. This would be my player pool that I'm using, ranking each player in each tier, showing their price. At the end, we're going to have who makes the cut, who doesn't, just kind of analysis once the tournament's over to see where we went wrong, see where we went right, see how we can build. This would be our cash core and our GPP core. So this is the 4 players that we put together. You have to obviously fill in the remaining 2 players, but this would be our cores each week. And then we've got the betting and props. Now these I'll display for you all here. I've got the players, the bet type, outright, top 10, top 20 are the main markets that I'm betting. We've got the odds here, how many units we're betting on each of those players. If you want to read more about my betting and props each week, you can head over to fantraxhq.com. I have a weekly article out over there called Attacking the Green, looking at the stats breakdown and best bets. So what I do is I kind of break down the course a little bit, and then we jump into 3 key stats or trends that I'm using in my model each week, and 2 players that fit that model when it comes to betting outrights, top 10s or top 20s. So this week we've got Siwoo Kim, Haotong Lee, Cameron Young, Rasmus Højgaard, Jordan Spieth, and Nick Taylor I wrote up in the article. Those are all listed here with their odds and their units. And then, right, like I mentioned before, I've got pick 6 projections on the main tab of the cheat sheet. This is where I will pick each round, or this is where I will place each round my top picks. And then we record as we go wins and losses, just so we can keep track of how things are going. I'm also going to add a section for prize picks on here as well as I keep adding more. And then the big one this year is Showdown Player Pool. Instead of highlighting the plays on the cheat sheet like we have done in the past, what I do is I go on here and I put about 10, usually about 10 to 12. You try and max out around 15 players in my player pool, also ranked to my favorite plays, showing their DK dollar. And then as that round is over, you're going to see that player's final score and his DK score. Again, so we can always go back and see how we did, both for the good times and for the bad times when things don't work out as well. It gives us more analysis on what we could have done differently and then adjust that moving forward tournament by tournament throughout the year. So that's kind of a quick overview of the whole entire cheat sheet and how things pan out. So if you want to check that out, head over to patreon.com/JagerBombs. And not only are you going to get the PGA sheet this week, this month, that would be 4 different PGA sheets for the upcoming events. You're going to get you're going to get our Super Bowl, you're going to get our UFC sheets, NHL, NBA daily sheets, any tennis sheets that we have out. Some other big ones. We've got NASCAR. We got the duels coming up next week. Daytona 500 on the 15th of February. That kicks off the NASCAR season. So there's a lot going on. Jaeger Bombs Fantasy Sports, especially in our Discord, is the key place to be once a year subscription. Each Patreon subscription, you're going to get all those sheets emailed to you on a daily basis or whenever they are out. But we do we'd like our members, and we really tell our members that if you want the most out of, call it points per dollar, if you will, make sure to get into our Discord, where you're going to find a whole bunch of news and injury updates, weather updates for all different sports. That is where our coaches are each and every day answering questions. So come and join our winning team over at Jaeger Bombs Fantasy Sports, and good luck in the WM Phoenix Open this week. And this is a video that we can keep going back to if you have questions about the sheet, but you can also hit me up in Discord, email in the comments below, and I can help explain anything to you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.